I think one, you got to remember that Brad Holmes knows Jared Goff. He trusts Jared Goff to just be a guy and maybe find that spark that he had in 2017. If Jared Goff can give me 28-10, that's 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 9 wins, you know what? That's winning football.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my number is in order to open up Jared Goff and give him an extension. You know what that is? 1. Maz, Braylon, is there a number in your head that would be a target for Jared Goff to hit in order to reopen that contract and to extend him?
Yeah, I could give you a number.
What is it?
Let him win 9 games this year with the team.
That's it?
And I'll be quiet. And I'll say, okay, I'll give him another year now and see what he can do to get in the playoffs and win a playoff game.
He's got 2 years left on his deal. Regardless, you're not opening him up after this year, are you?
Like I said, I'm not comfortable with him here. He's who we have. They didn't draft anyone. They didn't bring any free agents in. Yeah, they brought one guy in from, I forget, up north somewhere. They brought some placeholder in. I guess that's a quarterback signing these days.
From up
but
north.
when you get guys like Nick Foles signing with a team that's going to make the playoffs, like the Colts, I think if you thought you were going to make the playoffs or
Tyrod
make a
Taylor
good
with the
run,
Giants.
you would bring some guy in like that.
Love Tyrod.
Listen, man, they're not ready. I guess that's what it tells me. That they don't bring anyone else in. They're going with this guy. They have 2 first-round picks coming up next season. I guess that's what they're doing. They just want to play it out this year, be competitive, and go from there.
I think one, you got to remember that Brad Holmes knows Jared Goff, and if you watch what they're doing, they're building the infrastructure like around the team. They're not necessarily even worrying about the quarterback, which is what pisses Ryan and Monty off. They're
it's
worrying
quarterback
about
league.
got one of the best offensive lines in the game. You got some good running backs. On the defensive side, you're showing up what you had last year. You bring some guys back. You had some young guys that played well. You see Tracy Walker, Charles Harris last year finally had 7.5. You bring in Aiden Hutchinson with the 2nd pick overall. You make one of the best moves I've seen in a very long time, and trading up 20 spots to get Jamison Williams. You go get DJ Chark. You said you're going to keep T.J. Hockenson, who's a good tight end. They're building the team. And what Brad Holmes does, he trusts Jared Goff to just be a guy and maybe find that spark that he had in 2017. So the number that you're looking for is going to be 28, 10, 9, and 4K. If Jared Goff can give me 28 and 10, that's 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 9 wins, 4K this year, you know what? He's bought himself another year and maybe get to the extension after that. But if he can't, which I don't think he can, then you got your answer.
So you got 9 wins with me.
But that's, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You hit the
and
nail on the head.
And a good ratio that you got.
If he gets you 9 wins, he gets you 4,000 yards passing, 28 tuds, 10 interceptions. He does that. That's winning football.
Yeah.
That's when I can hand the ball off. I can win with that. And then you get Aiden Hutchinson, who will be in year 2 next year. So he'll have 17 games under his belt.
And a
plus
healthy
the preseason.
Jameson.
You'll get a healthy Jamison Williams. So with that being said, if he can do that, you could be looking at something in 2023.
I'll tell you what my number is in order to open up Jared Goff and give him an extension. You pay him $38 million a year. You know what that is? 1.
One playoff win?
Win 1 freaking playoff game.
I knew that's what it was.
And I'll give you $38 million a year.
Ain't gonna do that this year.
So you're giving him 2 years?
No.
Right, you want it this year.
Here you go.
I think you could win it this year.
Okay.
I do. I think you can win 10 games. I've given you the
You got
roadmap.
company, man. You got
I've given
company.
you the roadmap. I think you can go 6-3 at home, and I think you can go 4-4 on the road. I think that is a legitimate possibility. Might be a pipe dream for many, but I think you can go 6-3 at home, 4-4 on the road. Bingo, bango, Mickey Redmond, 10-6, 10-7.
Do they allow you to smoke weed at Fox 2 before you come do
Well,
do
I
the
don't
news?
smoke weed, but I would
they allow you
eat
to smoke weed
edibles
here?
if you had them.
Are you on one right now?
No, but I feel like I need an edible to calm me down a little bit.
I need an edible to calm me down for listening to this BS that you're
Where's
talking about.
D-Mac? Does
10
D-Mac
wins.
have any edible? It is
He
not
always does.
BS.
It is.
Braylon, I'm telling you this. The NFC, outside of the L.A. freaking Rams,
Yep.
outside of the New Orleans Saints
Yep.
and the Tampa Bay Bucks, I think this thing is wide open.
Yep. It was wide open last year. Same team, 3-13-1.
They should have won 7 games.
I'm not here for the should have. I'm here for what they did. 3-13-1.
But they were 3-1 in their last 7.
And in one of those games, they let Seattle score 55.
Oh man, that Seattle
come on.
game.
For whatever you want to say, I got backup.
Okay.
55 points and Seattle was god awful last year.
Well, when the Lions win the division this year, host a playoff game, win said playoff game,
Host a playoff game.
and the Packers win 7, like I've been telling you all along.
Those words can't even be in the same sentence. Lions.
I cannot wait.
And host a playoff game. Get out of here.
I cannot wait.
Get out of here.
To be so right about this.
You can
And
kiss
I'm
my
going to look
butt.
at you.
No, but you gonna look at me and say what?
I'm going to say, grab some edibles from D-Mac and let's go have a party. The Lions are division champions.
The Lions will be a lot better this year, man. I tell you, they're building the infrastructure on the way up. They're going to be heavy on the defense. Offensive line is going to be the strength. Offensive line is going to be the focus. You get Frank Ragnow back. I get all that. You bring some young players back, Tracy Walker. You put Kirby Joseph right next to him. Kirby Joseph is a freak of nature when it comes to athletic ability. Put him right next to him. I get it. Aiden Hutchinson on the line. You got Jamison Williams out there. You got DJ Chark. He's 6'3.5". He runs 4.3. He's fast. And Jared Goff. Oh, it sounds good. It's still the Detroit damn Lions. I'm not here for it. 6 wins, Ryan. 6.
Baker's still out there, by the way. Where's he going to go, Bray?
You said what?
Where's Baker going to go?
Oklahoma.
Come on.
Go to Oklahoma. Nobody want Baker.
Come on.
Nobody want Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
What you want Baker Mayfield to do? Come blow your whole team up, blow your locker room
I've
up.
already told you what I think of him. I already told you the guy's been humbled.
But
I don't know if he
No.
has. That's the problem.
See, you and I are on the same page. So you said that. I told you I agree with you that I think he still has talent. Like he didn't
A lot of talent.
He didn't go number 1 for nothing, and he didn't win the Heisman for nothing. I'm not taking that lightly. He didn't win playoff game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know they sucked. Still won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So he still has talent. The problem is he hasn't talked to himself. He hasn't looked himself in the mirror and had a conversation. He hasn't said, yo, look, you got to do some things different. Maybe you need to be quiet. Maybe you need to stop doing all these damn progressive commercials. Maybe you need to focus on football. Maybe you need to stop worrying about being, we call it the Napoleon complex, where I got to be the GOAT. Why are you talking
That
about
poor
Odell?
Napoleon
Why are you talking
guy.
about Odell Beckham? Get Odell Beckham out of here. He got rid of Odell because Odell was the man in terms of not what he did in Cleveland, just his name, his popularity. Baker didn't like that. He's got to tell himself, look, I'm not 6'4". I'm 5'10". I don't run 4.3. I run 4.8. I don't have an arm like Josh Allen. I don't. Like, once he has that conversation with himself, what can I do with that? Then he'll be good. But he hasn't had that conversation because every time you hear Baker Mayfield, he's on somebody's podcast talking about the Cleveland Browns. They screwed him over and this thing and that thing and whatever. Go sit down somewhere, man.
You guys out there can bust my balls all you want.
I'm not busting.
No, I'm just saying. Baker Mayfield is going to make somebody a winner. Our guy Malik Willis is going to be a winner.
That I agree.
I'm staying with those 2 guys. Say what the hell you want. I'll go on that hill, and I'm going to die on that hill if that's what it takes.
I think my problem with the Baker situation is the guy that you're describing doesn't exist.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Because he keeps opening up his mouth,
What's
which
he
really
say?
concerns me. Because I, like you, feel like Baker Mayfield could be a really good NFL quarterback.
Damn right he will.
If he's humbled
I
and
agree.
really kind of wants to get down to
I've
earth.
said the same thing.
But
How
I
do you
just
know he's not humbled?
because every time he opens
Because
his
every
mouth
time
on a
every
podcast or
podcast-
something
It's
like
a freaking podcast.
I understand. Get off the podcast.
Maz, you're an individual that is trying to get a job. You went from being the number 1 overall pick 4 years ago to not having a job. Get off the podcast. This doesn't matter. Those podcasts aren't getting you with a team. Those podcasts aren't doing you any justice or any favors.
But if he
'Cause
wants
all
to
the
come on ours,
all
we
the
would
G-
certainly
we
love to
definitely
have
have
him.
him.
We'd
All
love
the
to
GMs,
have you, Baker.
all the GMs and
Love
the
to have
owners
you.
and the coaches that are seeing him do this, they're like, now we'll pass on him. He definitely has talent. But you got to just focus on yourself. Focus on the game. Focus on the skill. Quiet. Be quiet and get it done. There's talent there, but not right now.